Hello and welcome to Ref Sports and to our domestic Adda. Now we have entered the knockout stages of Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. We have already seen the pre-quarter final stages and how the teams have played, and now we will move to the quarter-final stages, which will be played in Kolkata. Already some great results in pre-quarters. Punjab defeating Haryana, Vidarbha overcoming Chhattisgarh challenge, and Saurashtra defeating Kerala. That was one of the surprises of this tournament so far. We will discuss a lot more about these matches. We will review the pre-quarters. We will preview the quarter-final matches. And joining me is Joydeep Mukherjee, Kaushik Kashyap, and Abhinandan Nahata for this session. Joydeep, the three great matches. I was there at the Eden Gardens, watched the two matches, but I'll start with Saurashtra versus Kerala. Saurashtra defeating Kerala. I mean, Kerala were deemed as we discussed in our preview sessions as well. They were a very strong side. But Jaydev Unadkat, Saurashtra, they have become a winning machine in domestic right now.
They were always a winning machine in red ball cricket, but slowly from last year. Last year also they lost to Kerala last year in the playoffs of Syed Mushtaq Ali in New Delhi. So this was sweet revenge. This is a strange game. I can't imagine you being 9 short with 6 wickets in hand. I didn't watch the whole game. I watched a bit of the highlights. I know you watched the whole game. So explain to me, how can you be 9 short with 6 wickets in hand? I know it was 15 balls, 30 runs with 7 wickets in hand.
Right, absolutely, and with Sanju Samson and Sachin Baby scoring half centuries and Kerala defeating. I mean, Kerala batting chasing. When Sanju was there, it looked like they were cruising. They would reach the target within 19 overs. But as soon as Sanju Samson got out, that was a big wicket, and suddenly Kerala started, to panic a bit. They were even Chetan Sakaria came in, Jaydev Unadkat came in, Prerak Mankad bowled two great overs at the death, and it was like a choke effect, you can say, when it comes to Kerala chasing down, not chasing down Saurashtra's total.
I understand that, but when you say choke, you lose 5 wickets in 10 balls. That's choke. How can you not lose wickets? What I can't understand is, how can you not lose wickets and not get the runs? See, once Sanju got out, I can understand the next batsman gets out, and the next batsman gets out, and the next batsman gets out. That I can understand. I've been with the senior Bengal team for the past 8-10 years, so I know. I was director just now. Before that, I was as a coaching capacity. Before that, back in the day, I was a 25 coach. So I've been through about 10 years of Mushtaq Ali being part of the team, so I know. But what I couldn't figure out is that after Sanju getting out, why didn't you just go hammer and tons? If you lost your wicket, you lost your wicket. Sometimes it happens, you try to hit, you can't hit, and you try to get out, you can't get out. Must have been one of
They
those days.
used Vishnu Vinod as one of the impact players, and went with Azharuddin as the opener, which was not the template for Kerala this season. And somehow they expected, I would say, Vishnu Vinod to come and smash a 5 ball 20 or 5 ball 25, but ultimately he ended up with 7 ball 12. Chetan Sakaria, Prerak Mankad bowling well at the death. He just couldn't get going at the death, and which I guess backfired for the Kerala unit there.
Yeah, but if you can't get going, get out. It's not your day. Get run out,
We
get hit
saw we
wicket.
saw we saw one retired out as well, with Haryana and the other match where Haryana versus Punjab game. Haryana tried to bring in one
Yeah,
player,
that
but
was a
he couldn't get
one-sided game.
going.
So
Uh,
that was a
yeah,
one-sided game. But I'm saying
right.
it's happened many a times where you go out to bat, you need 15 balls
Mhm.
30, and
Right.
it's not your day. You either retire hurt, or you get
Mhm.
hit wicket, or you get
Right.
run out.
Right.
I know sometimes when people have been out of form, we've done it in the IPL when we were not getting a person out because we didn't want the next
Mhm.
person to come in who's Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
So
And
we've done that, but you can always
Kere,
retire out. And you were talking about the
Kere,
opening and all,
right.
Azharuddin opening. See, these are, I'm saying 15 balls, 30 runs, 7 wickets in hand. From there, all that opening and all has already happened.
Hmm.
15 balls, 30 runs, 7 wickets in hand. More often than not, 9 times out of 10, they'll win the match. Or if they lose, they will be 7, 8 down.
Right. Right.
That's
Right,
the
and,
point.
even Sachin Baby's second half of the knock, when you're scoring 64 unbeaten of 30 of 47 deliveries, you would expect a batter to go like last 10 balls at a strike rate of more than 200. But Sachin
That
Baby failed to
that
do that also.
that is not a given. That is not a
Mhm.
given. because the best bowlers come back to bowl to you.
Right.
And how are they bowling? See, boys, at the end of the day, it's a game of skill. It's the
Right.
bowler who
100%.
hurls the ball to the batsman and the
Right.
batsman reacts to it. It's the bowler who
Right.
starts the game, the ball in
Right.
his hand.
Right.
So, I can say if I've got a 38 ball, 58, and Bumrah comes to bowl, just because I've got
Mhm.
about 38 ball, 58 playing Gujarat and
Right.
Bumrah comes to bowl, so who is bowling? It's
Right.
Unadkat and Sakaria.
Right.
So,
Uh-huh.
I can understand you that you got stuck, but what I can understand is why didn't you get out? Why didn't you retire? Sometimes you feel it's not your day, somebody else can come and do it.
Right.
That's
Right.
the
Right.
part I can understand.
100%. Kaushik, how did you analyze the game? I mean, a very tricky game. You said we all said like Kerala were one of the favorites after this stage, but how would you analyze this game?
I would say कि experience counts. Experience
Uh-huh.
counts big time. सौराष्ट्र का जो उस दिन जॉय सर भी बोल रहे थे कि सौराष्ट्र and Himachal are this two side they have players who are all, really well. I mean experience आप
True.
लोग मतलब 30-40 लोग matches खेलते हैं हर format. So this
Right.
experience counts, and Kerala is a very exciting team, but it's a young team, so
Right.
that counts a lot. And another thing, I would like to give a small summary to Joy sir that
Mhm.
Samson completed his 15-27 balls, and
Right.
they were 100 in 11 overs, chasing
Mhm.
184. Then
Right.
comes Unadkat. Unadkat bowled a 6-run over. Then come
Right.
Chirag Jani bowled a 6-run over. Then Sakaria bowled another over. So these three overs changed the
You
momentum.
can't you can't
Yeah,
let Chirajani bowl a 6 run over. I love the boy. I've
Absolutely.
worked closely
yeah,
with him. You can't at that point let Chirag Jani bowl 6 run and over unless he takes 2 or 3 wickets.
yeah,
True.
It's
yeah,
it's gonna break either way. You're either
True.
gonna get 12 of him or lose 2 or 3 wickets. The only way you're
Especially
not
when you
gonna
have
get
a
12
Sachin
of
baby
him,
settled.
yes, yes,
the only way you're not gonna get 12 of him is if he picks up 2 or 3 wickets. You cannot be
True.
no wickets down and 6 runs taken. That's where the game was lost.
so
Right. Right.
they lost the momentum, Joy sir.
And also the
Momentum,
weakest
let
link, for lack of a better word, the weakest link in the
Mhm.
bowling. If you see Sakaria, if you see Unadkat, if you see Prerak, who's very good with the slower balls,
Mhm.
if you see Dharmendra Jadeja, he's the weakest link, and you got to
Right.
break him down. If
Right.
you don't, you perish. If you perish,
Right.
if he takes 4 wickets in one over, so be it. But you can't
yes,
play out a
Right.
6 run over without, you got to go hammer and tongs.
But
In
but
T20,
but to
in
defend Chirag
T20,
Jani here, Joyda, to defend Chirag Jani here, the last over he bowled three Yorkers there, good Yorkers.
no, he's a fantastic cricketer. Okay,
Mhm.
I've worked with him. He's a lovely boy, hardworking. All I'm saying is, for lack of a better word, that of the four fast bowlers there,
Right.
Unadkat, Sakaria, you got to target someone. That's how it
True.
goes. Why do you
True.
think Miller went after Ashwin? Why did you think in the India Pakistan Akshar Patel gave 22?
True.
There's a strategy in place. It's not that you just go and say, okay, I'm going to hit it for 22. So there's a strategy that's working. Whether the strategy works or doesn't work is a different point altogether. I'm saying there is a strategy in place.
True.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
True.
And that's what this game is all about. So in this case, I just felt that if you let him bowl 6, then you're expected to take 11, 12 of Sakari and Onatkar. That's not happening,
True. True.
right?
Completely agree. Completely agree. Abhinandan, I'll come to you. How do you analyze this game, Kerala versus Saurashtra? I mean, you said Kerala were favorites. Kaushik said Kerala were favorites. I went with Saurashtra. That's a different case. But yes, Kerala going out of this tournament in pre-quarters, an upset, you would say?
Definitely, in terms of the squad that Kerala had assembled, yes,
Mhm.
but I was shocked. To be frank, I was following the scorecard till the 12th over. Samsung was 50 of 27 balls. It was unbelievable that they lost, and I was at the backstage hearing Joyda speak about it. Absolutely, I mean, without any question, there was lack of intent, and I think if you remember in the last pre quarterfinal show that we
Mhm.
had, I told that Ash Samson should bat in the down the order. The reason that I actually said that was I thought that there's that lack of experience or the firepower that they have in the lower down the order that might bite Kerala in the end, and that's what happened. I think Sachin Baby's intent or the innings was totally a disaster. I mean, That's the last word I can say.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
Abhinandan, just one thing. When you ask such Sanju Samson to bat in the middle, it's not easy.
right.
It's like asking Messi to play,
Yeah.
half,
Defend.
center half, not
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
center half,
Yeah,
or asking Kyle Walker to play up front. They can do it for a
So
while. They
right,
can do it for a while. But if you want to optimize, because they've played so much on the top and they
right,
set up the game so much on top, that's why I made this point. If you put Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and KL Rahul in form at 4, 5, 6, they will not be
right.
half the player they are.
yeah,
Not because they
True,
can't bat, because their
yeah.
game is built on the
true,
prerequisites of opening of batting in the power play. So
true.
Sanju, even in the IPL, I know that he's not very keen to bat three. Sometimes he has to because they play that order. They play George Butler and they play Devdutt Padikkal, whoever.
Hmm.
Because he wants to be first. The openers want to take strike. They want to go and put that spike mark on the crease. That's a pleasure they get. First one to do
Right,
it. One. Two is that they like the power play. So when the
right,
6 overs are over, they're 30 batting.
right,
And out of 30 batting, that could be in 18 balls, 17
right,
balls, 19 balls.
right.
Average, I'm saying average day, not a good day or a bad day.
Hmm.
But when they go to bat at 4, their 30 balls is not so easy. 30 balls might take 25, 26 balls. There are no freebies then. Then they
Right,
hit the shot over mid-off and there's a long off. They hit this chip, there's a square leg. Then they feel they take longer to get set, to get that feel that now I can go. A plane takes off and then goes. So they need to get there. To get there, they
right,
need to play a certain number of balls to get into a certain number of runs. Then they can take off.
right,
That in 4, 5, 6 takes too long.
right.
I
Agreed.
understand. I understand where you're coming from, and I totally agree with what you're saying. We sometimes do it in multi-days cricket. The way we reached the Ranji Trophy final, we were playing Punjab in a do-or-die game, and we held back Manoj Tiwari from 4 to 5. We put Andam Nandi at 4 because it was seaming around. We wanted to protect Manoj because their attack was a lot of spin coming later, and Andam went and got, I think, 42 or something, but he ate up 100 balls. Did the job for us. Manoj went and got 80. We won the game. In
Right.
multi-days cricket, you can do it. But in T20 cricket, the game goes away from you so quickly that you can't get it
Agreed.
back. So Sanju goes
Right.
and suddenly says, oh my God, it's the 13th over. Normally I'm 65 batting, but I'm only 23 batting. So
Right.
how do I get to 65? And then he perishes. That's why you will see Prithvi Shaw opening for Bombay, Rahane opening for Bombay, Surya batting 3 for Bombay. Even in Bombay team, they can easily bat 5 because Sreyash is there. They are all fighting because in Mumbai team, everybody wants. Prithvi opens for his IPL team. Rahane, when he
Right.
plays, opens for his IPL team. Surya opens or bats 3. Sreyash Iyer bats 3. Now, all 4 of them want to bat in the top 3 because their game is
Agreed.
built on that. And whoever's
Yes.
batting 4 just is a little out of place. That's all.
Right.
So
Let's move.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, Abhinandan, go ahead.
yeah. So agree with you, Jada. The thing I think a couple of points that Sanju Samson himself mentioned, like the team management wants him to bat at 4 and 5. They understand the skill set he has against the hard length, and in the initial part of this match we saw him bat at 4 or 5, right, and suddenly he started going and bat at 3. So I thought, in that perspective, batting at 5 would have done him a better job because he's already experienced or has that in his mind that management is looking at him as at number 5. And it's not that he's not done the job. Even for India, he plays at 5. You have mentioned few
In
names
in
where
in in one day cricket.
Right.
even in T20s he's batted at 4 and 5, right?
But
So
you look at his success.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You look at his success.
agree.
See, I can bat
I
anywhere.
think
I can bat at 9 also. You look at
yeah,
Deepak Hooda batting for India at 3 and batting at India at 6.
Yes.
yep.
Look at his record.
That's the difference.
See, when we
That
say
this
somebody has done well, now also see where he has done well. Now,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give an example.
absolutely.
Deepak Hooda did really well for India at number 3 because none of the
Yep,
big guys went in that tour. All the big guys came back. He went to 6, wasn't the same.
yep,
Venkatesh Iyer was on fire opening the innings for KKR. Went to Indian team, batted at 6. He's nowhere now.
Hmm.
4 teams have come out today. I don't see his name.
Right.
So
yep,
Sanju will do it for his team because he's the captain. If the management feels he'll do it, I'm talking about where somebody's comfortable, where you can optimize your strengths.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about what he says. He will always say, he'll bat 11 also if the team wants. But how we four think that is the best for him. Sometimes what you can do is 3-4 people pad up. If we lose wickets in the first 3 and the ball is jagging around, then Sanju doesn't go 3. Somebody else goes 3. The moment it's settled down, because we played a Mushtaq Ali playoffs in Eden Gardens and Raina killed us. He got 100. Before that, he had 24 runs in 5 matches, came here and absolutely massacred us. Got 100 in about 58, 60 balls. Point I'm trying to make is, it was jagging around. They kept Raina back. Mukesh was bowling, Poril was bowling, Dinda was bowling. They kept Raina back. He came at 4 because they were 1 down very quickly. Second wicket fell in the 5th over, but it slowly had sort of simmered. It was in winter under lights.
Okay.
Raina came, and we were hoping Raina comes in at that 1 down because we need it. They were 0 for 1. Raina didn't come. Somebody else came, steadied the ship. They were 4 overs 30, 28. And then Raina came. And then so that is something. So Raina came and he got 100 because whatever juice, the ball, the ball these days, the white ball doesn't seem for long. So that had gone. So that you can keep. Like Sanju is your best player, so you have him padded up, but you ask another couple of guys. If you see the best teams in the world, they have 3-4 guys padded up.
Yeah,
different
absolutely. Yeah.
Even for the... In 2018, I remember with, in the KKR dugout, be sitting, there are 5 people padded up. There's Andre Russell padded up, Dinesh Karthik padded up, Nitish Rana padded up. Got no idea who's going to bat. And Dinesh Karthik likes to be told when he's batting. So he would always turn to Callis and say, JK, when am I on? Let me know. Because, some people have a preparation before they go to bat. They do a few things, the mindset, whatever it is. A lot of people don't like being told, it's you. It's you. Because they need a little bit of time to prepare. But the Russell, the others didn't. So for Nitish Rana, he could just say, a wicket falls, Nitish, you're on. But DK liked a little bit of preparation time. So Callis would always give him a little tap on his shoulder. If a wicket falls, you're on. If a right-hander gets out, you're on. If the left-hander gets out, Nitish is going to go. If Sunil Narine gets out, Nitish is going to go. If the righty gets out, you're going to go. Okay. So that is, you're open to plans. Okay. You want to optimize Sanju. Now, if Sanju had opened, maybe he would have got 90 and won this game by 8 wickets with 2 overs to spare. Maybe he would have got it in the first over. But I'm saying you have to optimize your chances of winning the game.
True.
But guys, let's move to our next talking point, Sheldon Jackson. Joyda, Kaushik, we spoke extensively about Sheldon Jackson, and even I met him after the match, and he looked a happy man after a string of low scores. But suddenly you come up in the knockout stage and get that winning total and prove that you are the star of this team. 64 of 44 delivery, and he came in at a tricky phase because Harvik Desai Pujara got out pretty early. Samarth Yas was there, and then walked in Sheldon Jackson and just held the game by his own. And that's what an experienced player, a stalwart of a team does, right, Joyda?
Absolutely, he's a phenomenal player. Like Raina, if Raina could have a bad run, I suppose Sheldon Jackson also can.
True, absolutely.
Poor form, we know what KL is going through. We know what Virat went through by his high standards. So when it happens, I've been in bad form and I know how bad it feels. You just don't know if you ever could play the game. And then, if you're a big player, this is what you do. You come to a game where it's bye-bye time if you lose, and you come and win the game for the team.
True.
That's the reason why these players are never dropped. That's the reason why these players are always, given that extra yard, that long rope.
True.
Phenomenal.
True. And Kaushik,
he was in KKR in 2018, and there was a match between Bengal and KKR, 2 practice games, and he played for Bengal against KKR. So he opened the batting for Bengal. We mixed and matched the team because we wanted Sheldon to bat against the KKR bowlers. So which were people like, so, all the stalwarts at the time, whoever was opening the bowling in 2018. So, he got 161 balls. Against the full bowling attack except Sunil Narine. Sunil was rested. He got a 61 ball 100. And a blistering one. I mean, absolutely did not let anybody bowl properly. So I've seen this kid play. I've known him for a while. We worked together. So I know he's a phenomenal player. If you look at his first-class record, one-day record, he's got hundreds against touring teams. He's got an Irani Cup, fifth day, chasing 78 not out, chasing 400. He's a special player.
So, Kaushik, Abhinandan, I'll come to you. I mean, Sheldon played a good knock. We have extensively spoken about him. Joyda just mentioned his the quality he has. But at the same time, Vishwaraj Jadeja scored 31 of 23. To take Saurashtra to a good total. You spotted any good performances or an odd performance from both the sides?
Yeah, he came in as impact player. We need
Yes,
to remember that, and
yes, yes.
that's only Saurashtra में जो experience की बात कर रहा हूँ. They fielded someone like him when they were 88 for 4, lost Prirak Mankaj. Then they had a 88 run partnership, so that
Right.
completely changed. Kerala, मतलब almost they were in the very very big momentum मिल गया था उनको. So they pulled
Mhm.
it back. Shelton and Jadeja का जो 88 run partnership था.
Right. Right. And
Uh,
Abhinandan, go ahead.
in my opinion, I think Manu Krishnan का जो bowling power play, bowling performance था, that was a game changer for me. And Samat Vyas का जो 34 runs का जो innings, I think वो दोनों were
Oh,
simultaneously going on. Like one part, Manu Krishnan was just bowling it hard, high hit to deck, and left-hander. His heavy build. Like among the left-hander options we have, he looks someone who's having a good height, a decent height, and a good body build. Balls that hard length as well. And uske I mean, even despite that, Samat Vyas was actually hitting him over the row. I mean, in the front of the
Samarth
front
Vyas
three.
played three sixes. He scored. I guess Samarth Vyas scored three sixes, and all were over that extra cover or long off region. And believe me, three sixes were absolute treat to watch. Even the
And
IPL scouts and selectors were sitting beside me, and they were like, "Whoa, this kid looks good."
and the best part of those sixes were, I think two of them came in that one over of Manu Krishnan,
Yes.
and they were not full deliveries. They were actually
Huh.
more of a good length delivery, something similar to, I mean, not exactly the Virat Roth thing, but that length was not exactly full. And he just, lifted it up, and I was like, wow. I think that moment, that particular period of that, what do you call that?
Game.
I Yeah, the
Passage
fight
of play.
between these two people. Yeah,
Huh.
so the period of play where these two people were fighting against each other, it was that was a beautiful moment of cricket. I believe.
Absolutely. And Joyda, now okay, Saurashtra will have a big challenge in Mumbai in the quarterfinals. That will be a very good game. What do you think about that match?
No, Mumbai obviously favors just because of the firepower they have. But sometimes
Mhm.
discipline does pay above firepower. I've seen that
Mhm.
before. Himachal won the Vijay Hazare. I watched the whole
Mhm.
tournament, and they were not the most
Mhm.
talented side, but they were
Right.
the most disciplined side. They were the most hardworking side. Just like New Zealand is not the biggest name, but they're doing okay for
Yeah.
themselves in the World Cup. So it's not about names;
Right.
it's about how you play the game.
Right. Absolutely. And some great matchups as well. You have a Yashasvi Jaiswal scoring run. You have a Sarfaraz scoring runs. There, Ajinkya Rahane is back as a captain. So a great Mumbai team. And when it comes to the bowling department as well, they are a champion team. They know how to win big trophies. Kaushik, you have some stats regarding Saurashtra versus Mumbai. Can you tell us about that?
हाँ जो अभी क्वार्टर फाइनल हो रहा है तो ये दोनों टीम
Mhm.
सबसे ज्यादा एक साथ खेली है हेड टू हेड में 10
Okay.
बार खेली है दे हैव
Wow.
Mumbai have won 7 times and Saurashtra won 3 times. Last time they met in 18-19 season and
Mhm.
we have seen Sheldon scoring runs. Sheldon बिल्कुल वो मतलब लीड करते हैं वो स्कोर कार्ड को 196 रन. हाँ वो मतलब गेम भी खेले हैं बहुत. And last time जब खेले थे तब शॉ खेले थे. Shaw was a bit early
Prithvi
on
Shaw
his
is there
career.
as well.
Early on his career, he played a 30 odd innings and also Sky Iyer. So ये star-studded team खेली थी last time against Saurashtra. Sky and Iyer. Then Rahane was on the
अभी
Mhm.
तो स्काई में है. अभी उनको छोड़
uh,
दीजिए.
अभी
Sky.
तो स्काई अभी इंडिया स्काई में है अभी.
हाँ.
And
उनके वजह से
Unatkar also
हम्म.
मतलब he also had and recently एक थोड़ा rivalry जैसा लग रहा है इन दोनों टीम के बीच. We have seen in Ranji also they had a good contest.
हम्म.
That drawn match last season in the first group match
last ball again.
in Ahmedabad. So ये थोड़ा मतलब चल रहा है अभी recently.
अभिनंदन, पृथ्वी शॉ आज भी सिलेक्ट नहीं हुए इंडियन टीम के लिए, ना ही न्यूजीलैंड के लिए, ना बांग्लादेश के लिए. तो ही हैज अ पॉइंट टू प्रूव वंस अगेन.
Yeah, और कहा जा रहा है कि there is one more series slated in between that New Zealand Bangladesh series, and that's why people are missing in the Bangladesh squad. Is what I got to know. I'm not sure whether it's correct or not, but
No, I
surprising
don't
that
think it's
I didn't.
correct, but हाँ बांग्लादेश न्यूजीलैंड के बाद सीधा बांग्लादेश खेलेंगे.
Huh. So one disappointing thing was that he's not there in the T20I squad. ODI already 15 fixed hai. There are few names that are backup also. So around 20-25 names are already fixed. So आप इधर करो उधर करो, it's almost the same. But T20I after the World Cup, we know Rohit and Virat might not play, or that won't be the priority. You had to slate it strong. Gill को लिया है उनके बदले. It's disappointing, of course, but I hope justice is served for him. He, in fact, gets more and more opportunity to prove himself, right? So this is also going to be a good contest. I think I would love to see how Shaw treats the Saurashtra bowlers. Joyda mentioned that they are disciplined, right? And Shaw loves to, make the ballers indisciplined, or shake their
They
lengths
want
and
with their
lines.
lines. हाँ.
Exactly. So, how will Unadkat, the most experienced of the lot, plan against someone like a Shaw, or and that will be an interesting contest in my opinion.
You'll see that somebody like a Prithvi Shaw, even in the IPL, he'll be the first one to tell you that he's not as consistent as he would like to be
Yeah.
because of the way he plays. Now, if
Yes.
you have to pick somebody to watch, you want to pay some money and buy a ticket and go and watch somebody, I'll go and watch Prithvi Shaw.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
if I had to pick somebody to bat for my life, I'll pick a Shikhar Dhawan. Gets 600 runs every year in the IPL. So
Yep.
it's what is the mode of Prithvi that he wants to play in? What is the role given to him? Is Yashashvi going to play second fiddle, or is he going to say, okay, Yashashvi, you go first? This is all team talk. None of us will ever know. But Prithvi left to himself, see, the best way to prove yourself in the team is by scoring runs. Surya did that. Even in the IPL, people mocked him that he would never get into the Indian team. But ultimately, he just kept working. He just kept getting runs. IPL became a big stage. He got runs for KKR, went to Mumbai, got runs. And look where he is today.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
one
Yeah.
you can always say that why is X not there, why not there, Z not there. I mean, there are people like Rituraj Gaikwad who's got runs, he's not there. So you can always say Mukesh Kumar was in the one day team, he's not there. So they're always there, but just go out there, be the highest run getter in the country, be the highest wicket taker in the country. Go and play Vijay Hazare, get 400s, get 4-5 wicket hauls. Tell the guys, it's me, you miss me. In case, sir, I'm still there, you miss me. That's the way.
Yep.
If you go and your form drops in domestic cricket, then they'll say this is the reason why we didn't pick you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But Joyda, one quick question before we move to the next set of matches. How do you plan against, if you are in the Saurashtra dugout, if you are in the Saurashtra hotel right now, how do you plan against this lineup? Ajinkya Rahane, Prithvi Shaw, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shreyas Iyer, Shivam Dube, Hardik Tomore, Sarfaraz Khan. This is a power-packed blockbuster unit. How do you plan against them?
In this group, I feel there are two players who can actually take this game away. Others can be controlled. One is Prithvi, one is Yashashvi.
Yep.
I saw him get 150, or was it 190? Was it in the Dilip Trophy final?
200.
Yep.
200 double century.
200. Yeah,
200
200.
century. Yep.
Yeah. And I was doing commentary in that game, and they were about 30 runs behind when he came to bat. The first ball of the
Yeah.
match, he square cut to the fast bowler just on the half volley to Sai Kishore at point. Just on the half volley. In fact, it is one of those where he took the catch and it was like this, and we showed the replay and we spoke just on the half volley. After that, the knock he played was unbelievable. They bowled negative to him. So I feel Yashashvi and Prithvi can take the game away from Saurashtra. No matter what Saurashtra does, if these two bat 14, 15 overs, it's game over. Ajinkya Rahane and the other, and Shreyas, sorry, three players.
Yes. Yep.
Shreyas later. But if you see, I feel Sarfaraz, Ajinkya Rahane, Tamore, they can be, there's a plan in place for them. They will not bamboozle you.
Right. Guys, let's move to the next match. Punjab versus Haryana. Punjab defeated Haryana by a 49 run margin. It was a comfortable win. Now they will take on Karnataka. I mean, there was some questionable tactics by Haryana. They sent in Rahul Tewatia at number 7 when you are chasing 177, and the team is down and out. Only Nishant Sindhu played a decentish knock, 42 of 25, but it was too little, too late for Haryana to make a comeback. Even it was too little for Rahul Tewatia to also make a comeback to help Haryana make a comeback into this match. But how good has been Abhishek Sharma and Prabh. I mean, Shubman Gill played a very rash shot. I even tweeted out that it was a terrible shot to play of a batter of his caliber. But Abhishek Sharma and Prabh Singh again half centuries. Kaushik, how impressed are you with these two guys, and how big a challenge will it be against that Karnataka bowling unit?
वो Abhishek Sharma and Prabh Simran, and also I will say the top three started slowly because they were only 27
Right,
for one in the first 6 overs in the power play.
right,
Then the
right.
spinners came. Then the Abhishek Sharma first took Amit Mishra. Then again Prabh Simran
Hmm.
took Amit Mishra. So ये momentum मिला. Then I think you only mentioned कि maybe Abhishek Sharma was going with the
हाँ,
anchor role.
एंकरिश रोल था
हाँ,
क्योंकि शुभमन
in the
जल्दी
later
आउट हो गया था तब.
in the later half of the innings. So Prabh Simran was going big, so we saw how
हाँ,
what he can do.
ग्रेट
And
शॉट्स, सब
वही
ग्रेट
हाँ
शॉट्स.
वही हुआ. बाकी जो भी है मतलब I expected Sanveer Singh. He also hit some sixes, but थोड़ा लंबा
17 ऑफ
खेलते
9,
तो
या
हाँ,
हाँ.
और थोड़ा लंबा खेलते तो वो थोड़ा आंखों में वो मतलब आई बॉल स्कॉट कर सकते थे वहाँ पे स्टेडियम में. So but Baltej Singh with the ball, he was the star for me. Baltej Singh with
ग्रेट
the ball,
ग्रेट स्पेल, ग्रेट स्पेल.
with that height in the Eden, क्योंकि ईडन में अच्छा कैरी मिल रहा था as you mentioned.
नाम है बॉल और तेज तो अच्छा ही
Yeah.
तेज.
So
Baller teams.
he's in the Punjab franchise in IPL. So
हाँ,
I think
Yeah, you know that game I was talking about with Manoj and Anup, no, the Baltej was the opening bowler. That's and we wanted to protect Manoj from Baltej, not protect, but we just we want him to play the spinners more and not play in the morning. Little
yeah.
strategy which worked.
राइट.
So that Baltej guy also did well in Ranji. He was one of the best pacers in Ranji last season. So
Yeah,
I
he's a
don't
very
know.
good bowler. Very
So
good
I
Right,
don't
bowler.
know
right.
how he missed out any of the North Zone Philip Trophy team. I don't know how he missed out. So
Hmm.
that was a bit surprising. But okay, he's doing well with the white ball as well now in Syed Mushtaq.
Absolutely, and Abhinandan, I'll come to you. I mean, Karnataka के साथ अब next match है. How big a challenge will it be for this Punjab team? And Shubman has to start scoring runs here. उनका भी अगर score देखे तो सिर्फ एक ही हाफ सेंचुरी आया 57 अनबीटन जो यूपी के अगेंस्ट आया था. इस वाले हरियाणा वाले मैच में भी सिर्फ 4 रन. बहुत ही गंदा शॉट था. मतलब मैं फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, शुभमन के कैलिबर वाले प्लेयर के लिए क्रॉस बैटेड शॉट आप पहले ही एक हाफ वॉली को आप क्रॉस बैटेड शॉट से आप एच करोगे, ऊपर चढ़ाओगे तो इट्स नॉट really done. So, what do you expect of them against Karnataka?
So मैं जिस टीम को सपोर्ट करता हूँ वो हार रही है तो आज से कर्नाटका जीते. Just want just want a new team to win this match. I have seen a lot of Karnataka Tamil Nadu finals in the last 2-3 years.
New team is winning this match. Tamil Nadu haven't qualified.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Tamil
yeah,
Nadu,
but
हाँ, Tamil Nadu.
Karnataka, in the sense like Karnataka is
Karnataka
also
last
some,
year, yeah. 2 years
yeah.
back. Yeah.
So yeah,
Or you want another team besides Tamil Nadu and Karnataka?
yeah.
I agree.
Quite,
They have
I mean,
dominated white ball cricket.
Yeah.
though I was like, I mean, this is one thing I keep that keeps me interested in domestic cricket. So when it's Ranji, I don't want Mumbai to win, though I want Sarfaraz to score hundreds and hundreds. I'm like, I was rooting for Madhya Pradesh and I was hoping the Sarfaraz scores
Your
100.
wish was granted.
Yes, absolutely. So coming to Punjab, I think Punjab they do have the all-round attack. Baltej was one of the. I mean, I started watching Punjab recently. I mean, more keenly in the last 2-3 years for Abhishek Sharma. But when I was, I think there was this one match where Baltej was like running through the Assam, not Assam, Tripura lineup. That was a low scoring Ranji game. I think 200 was a target or something, and Baltej was like literally bowling with venom. So since then, I've started following him, and I think Baltej, Abhishek Sharma, and the other Siddharth Kaul, who's in the top of the list right now.
Right.
So they have that attack to challenge the experienced Karnataka squad. Karnataka has a very good batting lineup. Make no mistake, I think against spinners, I don't see Abhishek Sharma or even Mayank Markande do that much because the Karnataka's team is really good against spin, but the key player I think for me would be Baltej. How he does will define the journey for Punjab.
I'll quickly come to Joyda here. Joyda, Karnataka. I mean, great side. Manish Pandey, Mayank Agarwal, Abhinav Manohar. These are big names. Even LR Chetan this season has exceeded expectations and has
Padikkal
played
missing
some.
though. He got FIFA.
Padikkal is missing. Yes, Padikkal is missing.
Missing
Lovely
Rohan
to
Patil.
lovely.
Rohan Patil could play.
Rohan Patil has
I'm
come in,
actually
but
sitting in Bangalore, so it would.
uh
I don't know if I can get out of the room if I don't support Bangalore. But you know what, guys? On a serious note,
right.
Punjab has actually been a huge underperformer for me in white ball cricket.
Yeah.
Last year they were playing their group stage in Lucknow, and
Mhm.
I was in commentary, and there was Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Maharashtra, Odisha, Goa, and Manipur, I think.
Mhm.
Punjab had 11 players who played in the IPL,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Maharashtra picked them to second spot. They didn't qualify.
Oh.
Maharashtra had one player, which was
Rudraj.
Rituraj Gaikwad, because Rahul Tripathi was injured. He played the
Okay.
playoff.
Yeah.
He didn't play the group stage. So
Mhm.
for me, a team with Shubman Gill, Prab Simran, Abhishek, Gurkirat,
Ramandeep
uh,
Singh,
Mandeep Singh.
Mandeep,
Harpreet Brar,
Mandeep, Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep, Markande,
Markande.
Siddharth Kaul.
Ashwani doesn't
the
play
left arm
IPL.
spinner who plays for Punjab
Gurkirat
King,
Singh. Gurkirat Singh is there.
Siddharth Kaul is
no,
playing.
Siddharth Kaul.
Siddharth Kaul, Sandeep Sharma could
Hmm.
not beat Maharashtra in qualifying. So
Hmm.
for me, this team reaching the quarters, it should be an automatic thing. You name me one team, not even Bombay has this many players playing in the IPL.
Right.
Can I
Right.
So
add
for
one
me,
point?
yeah,
I mean, even this is the reason why I've been following Punjab, because they've been so much of talent out there in the 15 itself. Not
Mhm.
only 11, the 15 itself is so vast. What I felt was the last last year's match squad, the analysis I did, I felt they were still yet to come. I mean, वो बोलते ना underage या they have inexperience की कमी or experience की कमी in terms of playing more. Like most of them are warming the benches in IPL, and they were all 22, 23. The peak time नहीं आया था. This is at this point of time the current match squad, the 11 that they have. I feel most of them are like 24, 25, that peak age where most of the cricketers go to the peak. I think this is the time I feel, they are a squad to reckon, and they should push themselves up. It will be disappointing, as Joyda said, it will be disappointing
no,
not to see them
I
through.
disagree with you a little bit because anybody who's warming the benches in the IPL is obviously good enough to play for the IPL.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Syed Mushtaq Ali is a league lower.
yeah, yeah.
So why
But in
can't you
terms of
warm
the
it there?
peak,
I
but
always
in
feel
terms,
No, no. I
yeah,
always feel that if I want to play state, my club cricket should be walk in the park. If I want to play for the
Right.
country, first class cricket should be a walk in the park. When I
Right.
came into the Bengal team, Arunal used to get hundreds like shelling peas. And he looked like he should play for India. Then when I started playing for Bengal, when Saurav Ganguly came and he played knocks, where everybody would say, this guy should play for India. There was one game against Karnataka. Srikanth Kalyani got 260. Snehashi Ganguly got 130.
Mhm.
Uh, I think but that Saurabh got 88. But that 88, they wrote 5 paragraphs on their 88, the quality of their 88. And I'll tell you the bowling attack, you'll be interested. A couple of gentlemen named Javagal Srinath and Venkatesh Prasad,
Ah.
David Johnson,
Oh.
oh,
Anil
the
Kumble,
peaks.
another guy you guys might have heard of,
Yeah,
and Raghuram Bhatt, who's played 20 years for. This was the attack. Although
Oh.
Srikanth Kalyani scored 268, it was Saurav's innings, the quality of the innings, that made you feel this guy is built for another level. So not always is the volume of runs. So like I agree that they probably a bit inexperienced, but if you want to tell a team that why am I sitting in the reserves of the IPL team, they say, but you've got 134 runs in 6 matches for your state, and your strike rate is 112. So how are you going to come here and play Narayan?
absolutely. I think that's what I felt. I mean, the reason I think the next level thing, in my opinion, was
Yeah, I think what
basically
he's saying is they've turned the corner. They've turned the corner.
Yeah, more of a turn the corner as well. I think वो एक age factor भी रहता है, right? I mean, 21, 22-year-old, even Prithvi Shah was having a lot of issues. I mean, on and off the field.
No,
You know,
off the
23,
field.
24.
Off the field, not on the
field.
field.
On the field, not too many issues. See, Shubman also on the field. See, Shubman has been fast tracked into the Indian team because I know this. The then selector who was there in West Indies. In the fourth innings, they were chasing 312 to win. He got 200 not out.
Yeah.
So the moment he got that runs, they say India team. There's no more we need to look at. We've seen enough. So
like Tilak Verma is being fast tracked right now.
Yeah. So when you say 21, 22, cricketing acumen in today at 26, 27, you're a veteran. So at 21, 22, you cannot be told that, okay, I'm just learning the game now. You look at the guys 20, 21 in the Indian team. You look at Prithvi Shaw, they're vice captain. You look at Rishabh Pant, the vice captain of the Indian team. He's 23 years old. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right that, but Punjab somehow, I thought, took a little time. You look at the other teams that how quickly they've turned the corner. Karnataka doesn't have as many stars as Punjab does.
Punjab, yes.
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu are one team without Dinesh Karthik, another team without Dinesh Karthik. He's such a force in white ball. He only plays white ball cricket now. In red ball, they struggle. We'll come to that when Ranji Trophy starts. But I'm just saying with white ball, even this year, they really struggle without Dinesh Karthik out there. And
two players, Dinesh Karthik and Vijay Shankar, two players.
Yeah, two players. And of course, people like Shah Rukh are out of form. It didn't happen for them this year. But, you rightly said, they're a white ball team. And I also want somebody else besides Tamil Nadu and Karnataka to win the Vijay Hazare and the most. It was good to see Himachal win it last year.
Absolutely.
You want to go all over.
And they are one of the forces to reckon. I mean, this time they have slipped into the quarterfinal without a fuss at all. I mean, so hoping for that.
Is this Himachal talking about?
Yeah.
And they had two of
their first. They are playing Bengal?
They are playing Bengal. Where was I? I was in Nagpur. And they were playing there. And they have first two games of theirs washed out.
Yes.
So when I met Rishi Dhawan for the toss on the third match, he says, "Sir, koi problem nahi, hum log qualify kar lenge." Because when you're ready and good, you control the controllables. You can't control the weather.
Yes, absolutely.
Kaushik, I'll quickly come to you now. Punjab versus Karnataka. Any key battles, matchups, players to look forward to in this match?
Players to watch out, definitely the pace attack of Karnataka, which has emerged. जो नए bowlers, जो Vishak है, then Kavreppa है, if I'm pronouncing his name rightly. Kavreppa is in debut season and he has got 13 wickets in the group stages. That is phenomenal. So let's see what he has. Yes, fast bowler. Yes, he was the top wicket taker of.
Krishna is not there.
No,
Prasidh is not there. Injured, I guess.
Kavreppa also was highest wicket taker of that local Karnataka.
Even Vijay Kumar Vaishak has been really good this season.
Yeah, Vaishak has been there.
Yeah, Vaishak and this and another guy, Kaushik, I think, no, he's the new ball.
Jay Kaushik?
Yes. No, V Kaushik.
V Kaushik.
Jay Kaushik is Tamil Nadu.
V Kaushik.
V Kaushik, they use him as a replacement player. He bowls the new ball and he goes. Yeah, then someone like spinner that Shreyas Gopal come in. So these are the key points.
Even Krishnappa Gautam, no, don't rule him out. Krishnappa Gautam in domestic is a gun player.
Yes, and I think Punjab can carry out the momentum because they have won the last two games they played against Karnataka last year in 2020.
2 years back, the Mushtaq Ali final.
January.
3 runs to win. Krishnappa Gautam 1 run, lost by 1 run. Tamil Nadu.
Yes, and Krishnappa Gautam celebration went wild after that.
KL Rahul was also playing that game.
With Krishnappa Gautam, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Last ball 6 overs square. I was there, and I think they're still looking for the ball. That's how far he hit it.
But Joyda, I'll come to the next match now. We are running out of time also. Himachal versus Bengal. I mean, this is going to be a mouth-watering clash. I don't know how the Videocon Academy ground is going to play. So give us a bit about that. Obviously, we know the quality of Himachal, but of course, Bengal. Last match wasn't perfect for them. They would want their batting to come out better than the previous games.
In the last game, they rested a few players also. They tweaked the batting, they rested a few players because they already qualified. They were number one already. I think it's really mouth-watering, as you rightly said it. I think it'll be discipline versus class. I think the Bengal team has a lot of class and firepower in. You
Right.
know, Shabazz now in the now
Oh,
on his way to New Zealand. You know, if
Ishwaran also getting runs.
Bengal's batting fires, then Bengal is unstoppable. Bengal's bowling is very, very good, but this
Right.
ground is a little bit smaller than Eden and Jadavpur. So, it could be a high scoring game. And
Mhm.
sometimes, you look at a 4 over 40 and say, oh my God, but 4 overs 40 on that ground is probably a 4 overs 20 in Eden Gardens.
Oh,
Last time we played there, if memory serves me right, Umran Malik went for about 17-4. We played Jammu and Kashmir there 2 years back. And that is not because he bowled badly, because with pace, it was just flying. It
hmm.
was just flying. I remember one shot, somebody flicked him and hit the back of the bat and went for 6 over point. Like that. Which wouldn't have happened at Eden because he was bowling, 90 miles per hour.
Hmm.
In fact, Eden is also considered as a small ground. So,
No, this is about
60
75%
yards?
of 75% of Eden.
oh,
Oh, then it is going to be a high scoring
Now,
affair.
if the pitch is good, see,
Yeah,
it's all in cricket. That thing, the 22 yards decides. If the pitch is good, see, in Eden, the pitch is always good
Mhm.
in 2020 cricket. And this is the playoffs. You're meant to be good. Yesterday, the shot Sheldon hit. You can't hit if the wicket is bad. What, 6 over
True.
covers. You can't hit. The ball was coming on. Shujan Mukherjee, the curator, does a fabulous job. And I think it'll be a superb wicket there as well. Only thing is, it's the first game of the season. You see,
Right.
we all know how late the monsoons have gone. We all know that it's the first game of the season. Eden, the infrastructure they have is different, but there also the
Mhm.
wicket I think will be good. And if Bengal bowling will be good, if Bengal batting Bengal has a lot of firepower.
Right.
Himachal has a lot of discipline and they know what to do. They play together, so it's really a mouth-watering contest, as you rightly said.
Joyda, I'll come to one particular player in this Bengal squad, Ritik Roy Chaudhary. I mean, we have talked about Kaushik has also mentioned his name, a pace bowling all rounder, can bowl handy medium pace as well, a good hitter of the ball, but hasn't really fired. What do you think is the reason?
Uh, Sometimes it doesn't happen, because he's
Mhm.
going in at different times. He bats 5, 6, and when you bat at 5 and 6, it's difficult to bat. Bengal batting, generally their bowling has done well, so you have to get on with it. Last year he did really well in the Mushtaq Ali. He played some
Right,
really good
right.
knocks, even
Almost won the game.
in before the super over. We
Yes.
made a mistake of not sending him take the strike. He and Kef went together, and
Hmm.
Kef took the strike, and then Srivas took the strike, and we got run out, and then Kef went, and Ritik Roy Chaudhary didn't even play a ball, and he was the one who got Bengal back into the game.
True.
I think in T20 sometimes when you're 6-7, you can't put a reason to it because you just doesn't happen for you. Now,
Yeah.
if it's 1 day, 4 day, then you can put a reason to it. It hasn't happened for him. Boy has a lot of
Mhm.
potential. He can hit the ball.
Yep.
He's bowling on his back. He's a great team man, good fielder. You
Mhm.
never know. Like Sheldon, the playoffs could be his time.
Absolutely. And
Well,
Kaushik, I'll
I,
come to you. Yes, yes, yes.
so is he going to bowl? Because he has stopped bowling a bit after that injury or whatever happened.
Yeah, he had, he busted his knee bowling in Nagpur in a Ranji Trophy before a practice game. I was actually yard. I was umpiring when this happened to him, so I saw it happen. And it's the second surgery he's had on the same knee. So it's a bit of a dodgy place, but he's slowly back to bowling. I don't think he'll bowl at the 22 at the Videocon Academy tomorrow, knowing the ground and the pitch, because our bowling options are a lot. We've got the fast
Yep.
bowlers, we've got Ritik Chatterjee, we've got Shabazz, we've got Pradipta Pramanik, who's at a fabulous tournament.
Hmm.
So we've got 6, 7 bowlers. So I don't see him bowl tomorrow, but I see him bowl in the future for sure.
Absolutely. And Kaushik, any other matchups you are looking forward to? Of course, some great batters. We have talked about Bengal, but some great performers for the Himachal team. They know
Superb team.
they have started to be a winning side like Saurashtra.
Yeah.
And now when they have tasted that, the success of winning trophies, the lifting trophies, it just keeps on giving you more, asking for
White
more.
ball.
What do you think?
More
Yeah.
so with white ball than red ball.
Yep, absolutely. Like under Rishi Dhawan, as Joyda has also said in our previous episodes, this team looks a good unit, especially in white ball.
Pramanik is a very underrated spinner in that Bengal
For
lineup.
Bengal.
Yes,
Uh.
yes, yes. So he's a kind of silent killer and Vaibhav Arora देखते हैं because Ishwaran is there top order इधर में. So
Mhm.
and Pankaj Jaswal, I think he would play. He has done well in the past, and this two team is very close. Last only one game they have played in the past. It's been very long years. मतलब बहुत साल हो गए. लेकिन that game also happened. 2 runs से जीते थे सिर्फ Bengal. So you expect it to be a very close game. I hopefully मतलब exciting game.
Absolutely, and I mean they have experienced player as well, and a good mixture. Nikhil Ganta can come and smack the ball from bird go, a very explosive player. Of course, you have Ankush Bains as well there.
Another that left arm, I forgot his name.
Mayank Dagar.
Mayank Dagar is there. No, Akash Vashisht is there.
Akash Vashisht.
As Vashisht is there. So a good team
Dagar
there.
I want to add. Joycer said in the last episode that Akash Vashisht need to bowl more. He texted me and said ki my role is only batting.
My role is
batting.
Achha.
My role is only batting. They have they.
But the point Joyda made was to go to the India level. You need to add that bowling armory as well. So yeah,
he saw the clip. He saw the clip. Then he texted
so
me.
It's like Shahbaz Ahmed saying that I'm a batsman. Shahbaz is actually a batsman.
No. Actually, role. Maybe he's talking about the role team has given him.
Yeah. No. I understand that. But if he becomes better in bowling, then he'll get 4 overs.
Yes.
So if I were him, I'd take it positively. Say thank you, gentlemen. I'm going to start bowling a lot more, and I'm going to get better. Because Shahbaz when he came to Bengal, he was a batter who would bowl, but he played IPL as a bowler, and he's right now played a couple of games for India as a bowler. He hasn't batted for India yet, and on the strength of his bowling, he's making it to New Zealand. If he had said I was a batter, then he would be in New Zealand.
Right. Abhinandan, quickly a quick word on this encounter. I mean, looks a good match, Himachal versus Bengal.
Yeah, so Himachal is full of confidence, I would believe. There was this match against Saurashtra that I was following, and Nikhil Gangta came as an impact player.
Yes.
And, I think they were about 10 for 2 or something. They lost 2 wickets.
I was on air, so, when we are on air, the producer in the ear tells us that, the changes that are happening. So Sumit Verma got out first ball. And Nikhil Gangta walked in. So Sumit Verma had already was replaced before he was outside the rope. And Sumit Verma was the impact player. So here I'm doing commentary and my producer on my ears telling me that Sumit Verma has been replaced by Nikhil Gangta. And I was like, hello guy. And you know what? This is the first for me. The replaced player and the replacee player are both on the ground together. Because normally, teams are taking a little bit of time on the impact thing. Himachal, I told Rishi Dhawan this. I know him, we work for the same company. So I was telling him that, you guys have cracked this code really well. You all know, people are thinking after 7-8 overs, we'll see, who to send. What they're doing is they're having 3-4 batters in and 1-2 batters ready. If they're not required, then they're having a middle order ready. Then they're having a bowler ready. So whoever fails, they're going to put him in right away. So they cracked the code. And also, one important point with Himachal, there's been a huge difference, is Rajiv Raja is the coach over there. He coached Jharkhand for years with a lot of success. And he's also the CSK assistant coach.
Okay.
Very close front of Dhoni's and everything. But he has made a calming difference to this team as well.
So and to complete the story, I think Nikhil Gangta was the difference between the game against Saurashtra, right?
The match.
Yeah. So I think he's going to be the key player, not only for that particular innings, but in the Vijay Hazare Trophy also. Nikhil Gangta was one of those players who switched roles very easily. Like he were in a quarter-final game, he was playing as an anchor, and in the semi-final game, he scored a quick 50. So he has that firepower. He has
in
that
the final, one of the guys got 100. I can't remember his name, but he was
Shubham Arora.
Chopra is another player we haven't spoken about. Season captain.
Yes.
He scored. And I think he scored 70 odd against Bengal in the one game.
Yes.
So one thing, I am actually looking forward to Shubham Arora. I think he'll be used as an impact player in this particular in the knockouts, knowing the fact that he's already been a match winner for them in the knockouts. We can look forward for him. I'm particularly impressed with, in terms of Himachal Pradesh, I'm particularly impressed with Mayank Dagar's improvement. In the Vijay Hazare Trophy, he was kind of off sorts, a bit inconsistent. But somehow got his own mojo back, and he's looking a force ahead. And Pankaj Jaiswal, he has that pace. And one thing to observe, I mean, I don't know whose planning is it. Is it the coach or Rishi Dhawan? The way they handle Pankaj Jaiswal, they don't give him 6 overs on the trot or 5 overs. They give him 3 overs, 2 overs. I'm talking about ODIs. I mean, the list take cricket, it's about 3 overs on a trot. And in T20s, they give him that 1 or 2 overs here and there. And suddenly, you see him, arey, he's completed his 4 overs quota, and and he's done his job. He's that hit to deck, quick bowler, decent pace, and does his job, goes off. And he's also a very, very a good, strong, hard hitter
Yes.
in the net over.
I've seen him hit the biggest sixes in domestic cricket of all. I've seen him hit it out of the park. Once again, Firoz Kotla hit out of Firoz Kotla. The previous time I'd seen anybody hit it out of Firoz Kotla was Mahendra Singh Dhoni. We were playing the semi-finals of the Vijay Hazare. So Amir Ghani was bowling. So Dhoni stepped out and hit it, got a leading edge. Dinder dropped him at long off, and Ghani put his hand up in the air. Next ball, the ball was outside Firoz Kotla. 10 minutes, everybody was sitting for the ball to come. So Ghani said, next time, if any of the great players are dropped, I won't put my hand on my head.
Interesting story. Very, very interesting story.
Pankaj, the one thing add to Pankaj, he's also experienced captainer, and he's also played that last game.
Fitness issues, slightly aged. That's the reason why they don't give him 2-3 overs on the trot.
Yes.
They use him very sparingly, and they use him very intelligently. And he's a package. His batting, his bowling is a package. Right. This is the good thing about Himachal. Because they're a well-oiled unit, it's like entering a cockpit and knowing what all the switches are. It's entering we four enter a cockpit, we don't know what to do. But these guys know which switches for what.
Yes.
Right. The
way Rishi Dhawan uses himself as a bowler, as a batsman, Rishi Dhawan has been a force. He looks very different when he's as a captain, and he went through a lot of captain training program that NCA provides. So he keeps talking about those and how he utilizes those in his own captaincy experience. It looks like that. I mean, he looks pretty prepared, knows what he himself as a player, what his role is. Coming to Bengal, I think Shahbaz Ahmed is going to be the key. Shahbaz. He's going to be the key because of his form. He's on a high team. He's in the Indian setup as well, knows his role well. And I think this game will go to the wire. And if it is going to the wire, you need the lower order batsmen like Ritwik and Shahbaz to fire. And so the Shahbaz will be an experienced campaigner here.
Absolutely, a good contest on card. But guys, we are, as I said earlier as well, we are running out of time. But last match, Vidarbh versus Delhi, I feel this is going to be a very equal contest. Both the teams are very well matched. Joyda, how impressed are you? Have you been with Yash Dhul, and he has a challenge in Umesh Yadav now in this contest?
Yeah, I think I've been very impressed by him. I mean, I'm not going to take names, but some people have told me he's as good as Shubman Gill. I haven't seen the best of him. I must admit, I saw him play the Irani Cup and he got out early. That can happen. But he's a special player. And Delhi also has a lot of firepower. Delhi also has a lot of players who play in the IPL. And Nitish Rana
is there. So yes. Lalit Yadav. Ayush Badoni, Lalit Yadav. These are good players.
Exactly. A lot of firepower. Sangwan and everybody. So they'll be tough to beat. They're a very good white ball side again. And Delhi cricket is all about, I'm here with a lot of Delhi boys doing commentary. They said they revel on, Delhi is all about one-day cricket. Delhi is all about white ball cricket. So they've underperformed also, like, maybe Punjab to some extent. But time for the boys from the north to pull up their socks.
Absolutely. Kaushik, coming to you, any good matchups, any key players to look forward to in this encounter? Plenty of them, I must say.
Shikhar Dhawan, Umesh Yadav. That is
Shikhar
Dhawan comes in. He comes in for the knockouts. He comes in for the knockouts, and let's see how they use again Ritik Shokhi, because they have used him as impact player, because he's a very good turner of the ball. We see bowlers of off spinners, right arm off spinners in the domestic. They're not much a turner of the ball, but Ritik Shokhi is a turner of the ball, and he has been terrific, and he can bat as well, and he's very young, so he got very
young. We saw him in the Mumbai Indians.
Shubman, I have a question for you. Yes, you were there in Eden yesterday. Was the role of the spinners sort of nullified because of the conditions on the pitch?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I must say, because
the same happened to us when we talked about the Raina 100 4 seasons back. It was in January. It was cool, and the due and everything. The spinners had no role really.
Even during the Kerala match we talked about Vaishak Chandran as well. They subbed him after the impact player. They subbed him after 1 over, and even many were those guys who were sitting there. Many were
More
baffled
so
why
the
it
evening
happened.
game. More so the
Yeah,
evening
that's
game than the afternoon game.
that was one of the reasons why they didn't use him. And yes, of course, when you play at Eden under lights, since the new pitch has come in, it has always been a pace friendly track, I would say. And when when you saw Mohit Sharma bowl that first over in the day game, the first game, he banged on at the hard length, and it was just right at the chest of the batter. So you get that assistance when it
Yeah, but
comes to the pace
that
bowling
is
part.
Eden pitch. You know, we've relayed it
Huh,
5 years back. You
right,
remember Sunil Nara in 2012, you could put bat on ball. We've relayed
right.
it. It's rock hard, and that's the Eden wicket. That's the reason why our fast bowling attack is so good. You know, we're producing fast bowlers. We've produced the four that are there. There's Ravi
Yep,
Kumar in the next slot coming in. So that's the reason
yep.
why your wickets have to help you to become fast bowlers.
True, true. Absolutely, I agree. I
How's that,
completely agree.
boys?
Yep, absolutely. Abhinandan, I'll come quickly to you. Vidarbh versus Delhi. What are you expecting from this match before we wrap up?
I think again interesting contest between the Vidarbha bowling unit versus
Hmm.
the batting unit of Delhi. I'm gonna look forward to Yash Thakur. He was I mean, he made that Chhattisgarh contest one-sided for
Hmm.
Vidarbha, and it's gonna look. I mean, he's a, I just got to know that he was in the net baller. He was net baller for many teams in the past, but I really would love to see him be in one of the teams going forward. He looks a finished product in that
Hmm.
sense. And in terms of the Delhi batting unit, I would love to see how Nitish Rana plays coming back to his home ground in a way. So for the IPL, so how does he respond
Nitish
to
Rana
it? To
versus
the
Sarvate will be a good contest.
Yeah, Nitish Rana with against Umesh Yadav will also be a good
Ah,
contest.
right.
Nitish Rana isn't. I mean, the form he is in, he's the captain of the score of the team as well. So I know things gonna be different. He has that responsibility. So it will be good to see how he performs.
Absolutely. These were the four matches.
One,
We have
one,
crossed the 1 hour mark. Yes, Kaushik, please go ahead.
one interesting thing I would like to see what Kannevar bowls because he bowls with both hands. So and what he bowls because traditionally
Ambidextrous, yeah.
off spinner डालता है left arm batsman को, but he is
It
very strong
depends.
Ambidextrous
against.
bowler.
It depends on who is batting. If it's a right-hander
Yes,
is
yes, yes,
batting,
yes,
bowl left arm.
totally different. Yes,
It totally depends on
Nitish
that.
Nitish Rana is a very strong player again off spin. So let's see what he bowls again.
And a fabulous player of spin, left arm or off
Ah,
spin.
very good.
Very good
Very
player of
good player.
spin. If you want
Very
to
good
hurt
player.
him, give him fast bowling. Don't give him spin. He'll eat you up.
Nitish Rana is the in terms of the spin unit batting ability. He's more of a right-hander sky. In terms of the spinners, like
Left-handed guy, yes.
yeah, yeah.
He's a very good, and all the experience adds up. He has played at all the stadiums in India, and that experience keeps on adding. But guys, we have crossed the 1 hour mark. This has been the longest session in our domestic Adda. Fabulous session. We talked about all the matches, pre-quarters and quarters as well. Of course, we'll again start our domestic Adda as soon as tomorrow's matches end in Kolkata, and will again join everyone to give you all the updates. But thank you, Joyda. Thank you, Kaushik. Thank you, Abhinandan,
Pleasure,
for
boys.
Thank you.
this session. Excellent session. Glad you guys could make up time for this.